Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video to the channel. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the new boss to Runescape 3, the Osseous boss, the necromancy version of the Rex Matriarchs. Basically, this is me doing a couple of kills, bit of a review on the boss, how it is and all that sort of thing as well. So I was going to do this video yesterday, but we did do the quest video. Now, I have seen the comments for the quest video this morning, and I have already recorded basically doing it on the Bond account, giving it a go, just doing a complete walkthrough and making sure we talk through every step. Noted, and thank you guys for the comments. It was really good to get that kind of feedback back because I don't often do things like quest guides or talk through guides, and it was really clear that you guys would much rather prefer like a complete talk through rather than jumping too much as well, which I'll make sure in future I won't actually do as much. But let's talk about what we're here for. We are here to talk about Osseous. So in terms of a boss, yeah, it's again like one thing I had to remind myself of was that this is not a high tier boss. It's very much a mid-tier boss and nothing like overly big. And that's what you need to remember is that this isn't like a absolute high-tier boss. Like it's mid-level content. So this is why like when you can AFK it already or when you can do things which is not too much effort. Not to be sort of dismayed that it's a complete waste of time because it isn't. It has got its place, and once the ring drop and people like utilize the ring and understand what the ring can do. Oh god, I already died already. That's a mood. Oh, at least I got one kill. But yeah, it's got its place as a mid-tier boss, and that's actually all of Osseous kills as well, which is pretty much something. The ring is going to be interesting to see how OP it is, how much involvement it has in PVM setups. Is it going to be essential or not to do necromancy? Which I have a feeling that because there's no other necromancy rings, it will be pretty key to have that as something to have for your necromancy setup. But in terms of like a boss fight, it's what you expect. I believe there will be easily some guys like showing you how to AFK this, and it'll be an AFK-able pet, but the other Rex Matriarchs are anyway. In terms of its drop table is something I want to talk about. It has these damaged bones, which again, I'm picking up because who knows what they're going to be for. They've actually got an app price of 5k, which I know in the grand scheme of things is like not a lot of GP. But if it's got a purpose or if it's got a use, maybe it's used in a ritual down the line, it could be pretty decent for that. So who knows? Now again, don't look how I'm killing it. I'm just having a play around with necromancy. It's been a while since I've done combat. So it has actually been good to see some big numbers come out as well. That is one of the things I do like about RuneScape 3 especially is that if you hit well, like you can just see the boss thing go down really easy. And there's a few things like I've not noticed for a while because I've not done combat. Like, one of the abilities I sometimes use here is a blood siphon, if I can't kill all the bosses off, and it does this, and I've never noticed, like, it shows, like, a combat ability, like, timer or cooldown and stuff like that, which is really nice, and I know they did quite a lot to do to improve the combat side, like a lot of quality of life stuff, but it's the first time I've used it, first time I've seen it, and it's actually, it's pretty good. But in terms of the boss mechanics, nothing too major. You've got the minion attack, and then you've also got the munch, which is just done to me there. But apart from that, it's pretty AFK, and I imagine once you can like DPS it enough, like the munch won't even be an option. You'll just be able to kill it that quick. In terms of drops, they've been pretty basic in my opinion with the drops. So one of the drops which I think is a bit weird is the 5 white berries, just because like it's not enough for that kind of tier boss. The Arbok seeds are nice. They release them into the game a lot better. We've got some rune salvage, which for a caliber of what is just a little bit higher than Dagon Kings, yep, fair enough, that's what we expect. The Super Necromancy Potion is a good move in my opinion. I think the price for the Super Necromancy Potion in Extreme were too high. I think that's mainly because of like volume and stuff like that, obviously. But I don't know, I just weren't quite a fan of it. I think that's what really like contributes to the other Extremes being so cheap is because that's not a high price. I do think the Super Necromancy Potions are a good move. Only just to control the prices a little bit better. I think the prices are just too high, and it really does affect like the extreme price, which then affects the overload price. So that was a really good move. Again, Arbok seeds really good. They were a little bit high, so good to see those. Draconic energy in the ancient scales, a really clever way to sort of like swoop in and put into the drop table again. They're quite rare, but it's a good way to like have those drops available from somewhere else. And just your standard onyx bolts, dragonstones, salvage. I just think the white berry is just a bit too cheap to have into that drop table. But again, depending on how common it is, doesn't really matter, I suppose. I was wondering, like, yesterday, like, so much, like, why so many people were getting the Heart of the Berserker. Like, why? But it's actually involved in the drop, so that makes sense. Not only that, all the spear pieces, the occultist ring, the jail cell key, which I don't know if it's tradable. Yes, it is tradable. So you can actually buy the baby pets, which is a weird one, I think. I wasn't quite expecting that, but it is what it is. But in terms of everything, really sort of decent mid-tier boss. I would definitely be taking the bond account here when there's a couple of ways to like AFK it a bit more securely. The bond account hasn't got the abilities the main account has. This will be another pet on the list. The matriarchs, once I finish the Dagon King's log, have always sort of been the next step in my opinion, so we will get there at some point. But yeah, I'm intending on being here for a bit of today. I'm just going to have a play. Again, I don't think I'll be doing a boss guide because, to be fair, RS3 have so many good boss guide makers, and I don't really think it's my forte. Like, I've only done a couple of kills and you've already seen me die, so yeah, I'm not really thinking I should be the one to tell people how to do this boss. But from what I've noticed, if you wanted me to tell you what to do, there's two main mechanics. One is with all these little dinosaurs, and I do like using the blood siphon because I think it's a good way to cover for its attack, but also kill them all off at the same time. And also it's Munch, where it will drag you in. You just need to do 5k damage, and then you can move off after that. But I've used the Hellhound for all this. Hellhound's been really nice in reducing damage. And again, I'm going to do another little video a little bit later on, just talking about like things you can do to make money from Osseous, which isn't actually the boss. Like, because it's a boss and because like the ring price will be decent and it can be heavily AFKable for a couple of days, supplies will be very much in demand. So I'm going to look at the supply prices, things which have gone up because of it, and then we'll work out things we can do as money making methods which aren't going to be related to actually doing the boss. So that'll be a video which might come out either tomorrow or on the weekend. I have the little alt there, just grinding away, doing some stuff, clearing up some of the bank stuff as well. And yeah, I need to finish off this video here. I'm going to go and edit the quest guide we did this morning, which should hopefully be a lot more clearer. More of a walkthrough for you guys as well. And if I ever do anything like the quest guide or anything similar to that, I'll make sure to do it in a much more suited style where you can follow along with me as well. I just didn't want to make the video too long. I didn't want it to sort of like take a 10-minute video out of a 2-minute quest sort of thing. And I didn't want to confuse people with on the day with me running around looking for where to go next. Again, in hindsight, I know what to do now for next time, and hopefully next time will be a bit better. But yeah, that is going to be the end of this video though. I'm just going to do a couple more hours of this, hopefully get the ring. The ring will be quite cool for the necromancy setup, and especially because I think I'm going to come do a bit more bossing on the main account. Main account needs some upgrades, so I'm definitely going to be looking at that and seeing how we go from there. But that is going to be the end of this video. If you have enjoyed, please leave me a like, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how your Osseous Day 1 went. Did you get any drops? Did you make any money? What do you think of a boss? Do you think it was a good move? Do you think it was a bit subpar of a boss? Do you think it really wasn't the release it was supposed to be? Let me know what your guys' thoughts are below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have, please make sure to leave me a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.